All right, everybody, welcome into today's matchup for Post University. The Orange Rocket League team here competing tonight against Marist Red. And this is an important one for the NECC conference. I know it's hard to keep up with all the collegiate action that these esports teams face. A lot of different leagues out there, but for NECC, this is the final week of the regular season. Top four of each conference move on to those playoffs happening in the fall semester. Post University, their orange team finds themselves at 6th place, and that is 6 of the 6 teams. That's the bad news, though. The good news, they stand at a 2-3 record against a 3-2 Marist. If they can win this game, they will bring Marist and themselves to the same record at 3-3, including another team in the conference, Ithaca Blue, who they've beaten. Now, I don't know how tiebreakers go, but if Post wins this game, they will be 3-3 with 2 other teams that they have beaten head-to-head. If tiebreakers run head-to-head, they're moving on to the playoffs. So there is the potential for this match to carry the entire way to the season to make it to the playoffs. Thank you for being here for the Post University show match here, and I'm realizing that music is like unnecessarily intense, so I'm gonna draw it back a little bit. But hey, if you're here for a certain player or for the team, or maybe you're a coach or a manager or whatever, let us know who you're excited to watch and what you're excited to see. It will be a best of 7, so first team to 4 wins will be the one taking the win. But I'm just excited to have the chance to broadcast this team again. I had the pleasure of peeping the Rocket League team a couple weeks ago. NiMBiiX, Klowa, and Blitz are a trio that's exciting to watch. You never really know NECC. They have a ton of divisions. I do cover NECC professionally every other week. Their Rocket League broadcast over there on Twitch, and we cover everything from Division 1, and last week we even did a Division 9 game. So here in Division 6, I believe, but I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, Division 6, I think East B Conference, there is really good competition. Div 6 sounds down there, but it's about midway in the collegiate landscape, and you have to keep in mind that at Division 1, it's essentially pro players. So Division 6 is up there. These are competitive. These are very talented players to take the pitch tonight, which makes me really excited to witness it. Looks like we got a couple viewers right now. That's awesome. Thanks for supporting the stream. Thanks for supporting the channel. I got the players in the lobby right now. We're just waiting on Marist at this point. But not much else to say other than playoff contention and the opportunity to watch some great post-University Rocket League. So I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and ready to have some fun with us tonight. Yeah, we got a few leagues competing here for post-University. If you don't already know, NECC, you got the ECAC, and you got the CACC, which is definitely one of the more niche leagues. Central Atlantic, I believe, which was the one that we casted for a couple weeks ago. Makes for a busy schedule for these Rocket League players and these e-athletes, if you want to say it that way. I respect it a lot because having to take on your studies as well as keep up with all the esports action. I mean, I know I got my gaming time in as a college student. I went to a university here in Pennsylvania, but man, I didn't have to compete professionally for my team, so that's another story. But it does look like the other team is here, so we will start this game as soon as they are ready to go. Remember, this is a best of 7, guys. 3 tick marks for either team, but first to 4 wins. So let's get it going. This is game number 1 of our matchup. Alrighty, we're all out on the field and we're ready to go. Marist in blue, Post in orange, and a whole lot of Rocket League before us, nearly including a goal to start things off. Like I said, folks, Marist at 3-2, Post at 2-3, which brings this match to hopefully a hotly contested one. Could go the distance. But most importantly, playoff is on the line. For the win here, they've got a good shot at making it to the top 4. And the head-to-heads look really interesting as well. Because you've got a... Oh, very close to that one. You've got a Marist team who has been defeated by Ithaca Blue in a sweep. But this Post team beat that Ithaca Blue team 4-1, which makes you think, well, I guess Post Orange by the Transit Property has this win in the bag. They are the favored team, but it's not quite the same when you look at the other head-to-heads. Post did lose to the Yukon JV team, whereas Marist Red beat them 4-1. So this conference is really all over the place, which is exactly the reason that we have to wait to the very last game of the season to see who goes to playoffs. First goal, though, tone setter for this series is here. I was going to say it hasn't been scored yet, but Blitz picks up an awkward transition here from Marist. You notice the redirect going to the other side of the field. X left the ball wide open for the taking, and Post take advantage. Nice to have you in chat there, Rosebud. Thanks for rooting for our Post team here tonight. And hopefully there's a lot of good action to celebrate. I'd say the first goal is certainly worthy of that, as Post University are going to keep an eye out for these mistakes from Marist Red. Clearly do a good job of capitalizing when those opportunities are presented, but it begs the question, how many mistakes is this Marist team going to make? It's not something that's necessarily we're expecting to be common out of Marist, but it's good to see early on that could be included in it. Blitz has pickpocketed the ball for goal number 2. NECC just got hassled there at the half-court line. Post trying to rip the ball from them, and then Blitz being right place, right time. Send that on through. 2-goal lead for Post. So the Eagles are flying high here, as their defense looks staunch as ever. Easy send away, followed up with the demolition. X with a high shot, as Klowa in position to keep that away. Otto, certainly dressed for the holidays if you consider post-Halloween the Christmas season. Me personally, I think it's a little preemptive, but they're not feeling very festive and carefree. They were just diving in violently for some demolitions on the goal line. Unfounded, though, as Post do a good job of evading the demos and keeping Marist on their toes. That's Klowa on the offensive rotation to string that ball around the corner. NiMBiiX to follow. Otto's going to get a long clear here for Post to collect. Pretty rare bounce there in the corner, but Post, I'm hoping that they kind of tie up the communication there. First double commit that we see from them, and double commit is the nearly a dangerous phrase in Rocket League, because it speaks to the miscommunication or the stepping on each other's toes for the teammates. But it's to no failure of Post in this case. They turn it around quickly for their goal. This is exactly the start the Post are looking for. Long series ahead for sure, but oh my, this ball ungathered for Marist. Gumbaloya, quick to take care of things, but it's getting a little bit shaky there on the goal line. Marist definitely looking like they need a clean slate after this game number 1. As Post are making quick work of this first game. Blitz tries to find the pass over to Klowa. And it's a giveaway again from Marist. Double commit from Marist. Having a hard time keeping those four wheels on the ground and getting grounded. Hits, shots. That shot won't go. NiMBiiX collects the save. Tall ball here. Klowa drops to the midfield. NiMBiiX picks back up. X back pass to Gumbaloya. And it'll be a sequence of touches here. Just a few more until we see the end of game number 1. Post University. Post Orange Rocket League. Doing it with ease here. Game 1 of this week 6 NECC matchup will go their way. Nine shots to 3. This is what I'm talking about for Post. The field domination well in their favor here. And Blitz, the one with the spotlight on them. Felt like shots were just coming their way. A lot of times it was a long ball from the midfield after stealing it from Marist. Just having the right positioning to take the ball away and having the wherewithal to score it as well. It's impressive couple qualities there from Blitz showing off in game 1. Does go to show, though, there is room for improvement for your Marist Red team if you happen to be rooting for them here in this post-university stream, or are curious about the key improvement areas for Marist. Post, they didn't assist any of their goals, so it's not necessarily passes that you're not reading. It's more so plays on the ball that you're not controlling well. Marist did a lot of giveaway clears, handled the ball a bit disorderly at the midfield line. Those are fixable mistakes. And so we'll see if some of those mistakes are fixed here for Marist, as I'm going to update our overlay. There we go. Post. Take game 1 and hope to take the rest as well. And uh-oh. Already nightmare scenario here for Marist as Post are rattling the cage. Nearly shake down the goal there as the shot hit right off the post. Right idea. Just off on the execution for the Eagles. Former Mickey coming into this game with an exclamation point. Couple shots there for Marist that are denied. But again, that is a substitution here for Marist. See how that plays out. Otto, long ball. Oh, taken care of by Post, but again, Marist clearly knocking on the door here in game 2. NiMBiiX tries to play it out and away from Otto as X takes over. Blitz. Here's to the side. Goalie demo. Shot off target from Otto. X off target. The follow is through. And Marist score their first of the day. Crashing the boards can certainly help when exposing the gaps in the defense. Long possession there for Marist to convert for their first goal. Job's clearly not finished for Marist. A lot of work to do in this highly efficient team here from Post on the offensive side. But in fairness, the field domination is not the same as it was in game number 1. This is back to Marist ball. As a pitch comes through from Otto. Centered ball here. NiMBiiX out to Blitz. And that's a dangerous ball to put out there right in front of your net. Gotta have a lot of faith in your teammates to get that follow. X pays for that touch with their life as Otto unable to clear it ahead. NiMBiiX goes for the solo play, but X not worried about it. Clears out. Substitution for Marist is making them look like a whole new team, but looks like Marist still have one thing to figure out, and that is Blitz on the striking prowess. Puts it down in front. We got a tie game. Post able to equalize. Eagles have an awesome response here. What more can they do? Immediately off the kickoff, able to send it down into enemy territory as Otto runs out of boost with the carry out up the sidewall. Excuse me. Klowa goes for the redirect. And I like that creativity there from Klowa. That's a tough play to pull off. Bringing your car undercarriage to the top and going for the redirect. It'd be a spicy angle, and if done well, can take the defense completely off guard. Just wasn't able to conjure the tight angle. However, they were able to set up a passing play here. Shot will be missed, and Klowa called to action. This is not the scenario the Post want to be in. Exhausting boost for a light clear, and now all the players lunging at this one. Former to the other side. Otto with a solo play, but it's hit too narrowly. Oh, X nearly given a free one there. Look at the clumping up from Post. They've got to find a way to separate here. Blitz with the flip reset, and the teammate too close to follow. Klowa has given this ball away. Fortunately for them, former Mickey cannot get a strong touch on the ball. Otherwise, that one was a Marist lead. Otto to control this down. And this is the opportunity for Post to pounce. They certainly do. Klowa takes a shot and asks an honest defense out of X. Blitz says, go ahead, go for boost. Now go for ball. A mistake there from Otto. Missing the ball. Thinking it's fine, I'll pick up boost and I'll play the next. But he's left his team high and dry. Post sniff out the opportunity and take Marist by storm. It's not going to be an easy game to keep the lead here. Marist, especially in the first minute or two, put some scary shots up. Can Klowa put this game to bed? No. Otto gets a nice save, and it's a bounce back over to X. NiMBiiX cuts away near Klowa. Good coordination, transition out. Klowa may go for a reset here. Does. But flips it out and away and unable to steal boost. Blitz flips into the ball and that boost container. 10 seconds. Otto shot near the net. Goalie bumped. Another shot will miss the mark. Klowa keeps it away, and former cannot get the shot on target. That should close game 2. And it certainly does. Bringing Post to 2 wins. They're halfway done with their Week 6 NECC match. And again, I wanted to help cover this for all of you Post fans at home. This is the final matchup for this NECC fall semester out of Post. They do have the opportunity to make playoffs. Post at the moment 2-3, Marist 3-2. With a win from Post, they bring both teams to 3-3, which would create a 3-way tie for 4th place. Top 4 makes playoffs. So the good news for Post is that if the tiebreaker is head-to-head, they will be 4th place. They will go to playoffs because they defeated those 2 teams, Ithaca Blue and, hypothetically, Marist. But I don't know if the head-to-head is the tiebreaker or not. Could be win percentage. Who knows? But the point is, for Post, you've got a chance. You have an opportunity. Potentially to get this win. I think everyone's waiting for There's to join, and there we go. Game 3 is on. Let's go. So, with playoffs on the line, posts continue. A great start to this series. With a win here would put Marist in nearly impossible territory. I do want to talk a little bit about postseason, though, so far in the NECC, right? How they got to a 2-3 record. It is a losing record, but it is such a competitive NECC season for them. They did suffer a difficult loss at the start of the season, 1-4 against the Eagles. This has gotta be a goal. There we go. NiMBiiX with the opener for game 3. And excuse me, I didn't update the scoreboard. There you go. 2 wins for Post. But those next 2 losses from Post came in game 7. So UConn JV, they went 3-4 against. They won 3 games, lost game 7. Same thing with Temple Esports White. Just barely losing that in game 7. So these are hard-fought matches out of Post. This deserves the respect from Post. This is a team that has come so close to tasting victory week in, week out. Has the opportunity to do it this week right here. Now, one of their wins did come from Sienna in a forfeit, but the same can be said about Marist. They both got a forfeit win over Sienna. It means these teams are dang close, and it makes for a wonderful week 6 matchup. I also want to shout out Otto, who, just for a moment, if we get the, there it is. Camera on their car, that is the Proteus. A rarely seen vehicle in the competitive scene of Rocket League. But, fun to witness. That's for sure. And look at that, we got the Post U Esports raid. Welcome in, guys. Great to have you. You're bearing witness to the Post University Orange Rocket League team in their final week of NECC Rocket League. Believe it or not, playoffs on the line. They are facing the rank 4 team of their conference, in which only the top 4 make playoffs. Not sure how tiebreakers work, but if it is head-to-head and they win this match, they will move on. They'll defeat Marist, and they've defeated the other tied-up team, Ithaca Blue. So, big matchup here. Great to have you all. And I hope the matches went just as well over on your side. Now it's a tie game, though. Klowa. Ooh, kind of some dirty work there on the solo play. Nearly got past 2. Look at him start to knock on the door here. Bringing the ball from one side of the blue half to the other. Corner ball could work out here. Awkward redirect from Marist. Puts the ball in a dangerous position. Though precarious, Marist take care of it delicately. Finding NiMBiiX. As the double commit defensive post. Blitz last remaining. Gets the save. Blocks the shot. X. Grasping possession with everything they've got. Even going for the lateral pass. Otto's able to retain the ball, but it is a boost steal in favor of Post. X narrowly evades a bump, as Post are willing to give it their all for this next goal, even if it means crashing into the opponents. Tall flick, drops back from Otto to Gumbaloya, and the flip reaches the corner. X can't get it to the net. All these defenses looking stringent as ever. Relentless on their pursuit to get this ball away. Reluctant to allow an easy shot, an easy chance, and an arrow miss for Post to take the lead. Under a minute remaining, this one could go to overtime. Blitz able to carry this ball towards the net. X an easy clear. Klowa, full boost, air dribble, up high, tries to get the pinch pass across the face of the net, but unable to do so. Blitz carries up that midfield boost. Nearly a flip to the middle of the field. Klowa crosses the court to keep possession. Got to go for the bump here to lay it up for a teammate. Blitz takes it right over the net. The crossbar hit, doing an injustice to this post-university offense, which has looked so good today. But close certainly doesn't count in Rocket League. Overtime looms unless Gumbaloya can strike the net here. NiMBiiX carries it away. And I don't think Post are going to get another look at this. We got overtime. Feels like with extra time here, the series is on the line for Marist. If they lose this one, a reverse sweep at a best of 7, very unlikely. Big demo on the goal line. Could be the shot from Klowa. Double save, gets it away. Otto on a backflip, kicks it off the backboard. Blitz to the net, setting up the double. Faking for a teammate. Somebody's gotta be there. Klowa, another try. Flip reset. Another setup, rebound. Fielded by NiMBiiX, but saved away. In what world are Marist actually getting that out? An exit route that was blinded from the defense. They had to use a magical escape rope. But Klowa will try to get them stuck in the dungeon again. On another long possession, they're unable to do so. No boost right now for Post. Oh, with that clear, it does buy some time, but Blitz is a little bit carried out here. Thanking their lucky stars are Post at Otto, misses the ball. Here comes the clear. NiMBiiX has to fake a try on this ball because they have just barely enough boost to get on touch of this. Resource control being the greatest constraint to Post at this time. Gumbaloya guarding the midfield line will have to relieve the ball to X, who awaits it on the backboard. More goal line bumps coming out of Post. If they can't direct the ball to find a free path, then they will carve it out. Klowa collects. Otto thinking they had time, had space, had a bit of opportunity at the logo, ends up being pickpocketed, and Post University up 3-0. Hey, the purple team won 4-0. That's awesome, guys. Congratulations. Well, if anyone in this stream has not already followed the main channel, please go do so. You can do so by just clicking the heart at the top of your chat, and you'll never miss more esports action from the main Post University Twitch channel. Take a look at those shot counts again. It is Post University to rile up really all the pressure. But, you know, that does offer a little bit of credit over to Marist. It's the fact that they're holding the line pretty well. But they've got to hold the line for the rest of the eternity of this match. Because they have to pull off a best of 7 reverse sweep. It starts with 1. Ooh, the Triton. Never have I been more impressed with my Rocket League knowledge. I called out the Proteus. Here's the Triton. A lot of great car selections here tonight coming out of Otto. You'll love to see it. In the meantime, Post, less worried about the car selections, more worried about scoring a goal and getting to playoffs if they're able to. Such a flip-floppy conference as well, guys. We talked about the match history for both teams. I mean, for Marist and Post, who are truly so dead even, they have such bizarre match histories. For example, this Post team defeated Ithaca Blue 4-1, but Marist lost to them 0-4. Yukon JV, Marist defeated 4-1, Post lost to 3-4. It's a very flip-floppy division, so it's of the utmost importance that even if you are the 4th seed, making it into playoffs still gives you a great shot at winning. It means that the talent level is very flat when it comes to the top and the bottom of this conference. Post are playing their most important match of the conference right here tonight. So let's see if they can close it out with a dub here. A sweep would be the ultimate message. A very, very strong message to say that they deserve this win. NiMBiiX, this is a difficult save here. Flick from Otto. Missing the mark. Long ball from Klowa. Taken care of by X. NiMBiiX kind of bumped out of the way. Is an awkward position for Post to be in. As former Mickey looking for someone to bump. No one's there. Drop down save from NiMBiiX. Just too late. And Post really got ahead of themselves on that play. You had the dribble from Post, trying to find a way out, and then they got dunked by their own teammates. So just an awkward series of events there, especially as Marist had beaten Post to their own side of the field. And I think Marist were the team to thrive in the chaos. A lot of time, that's what it comes down to. Are you comfortable with the uncommon? Not every player on the field is able to be okay with ambiguity. Some players thrive in it. And for Marist, they're hoping for more awkward plays like that, because it seems like that's what fuels them. Post may be more fans of the ordinary, but they can craft that themselves. Klowa tries to do it with a double tap. The shot from Blitz just high. Great setup, good rebounds, just the shot's barely off the mark. Otto comes up with another save. As Blitz strikes, sets up for the follow. And there it is. Post on the board. It's been Blitz all night. He's been the bully. Had the hat trick early on in this series and hasn't stopped scoring since then. Let's see what more we can get here out of Post. Maybe we can get a goal. Maybe we can push for OT. Maybe. This series is won in a sweep. NiMBiiX can't find Klowa. They got demoed. Blitz unwilling to give up on the possession. Klowa, long ball, double tap setup. It's in! Klowa! An unbelievable response when they're needed most. Carves through the defense of Marist. And the path open wide for Post to close this series here. Marist looking uncomfortable. Marist looking shaken. Marist looking beaten. Blitz true to their name. Quickest to the punch. Three in a row puts Post ahead. And with 1 minute remaining, this conference, this playoffs berth, it could be theirs. NiMBiiX, can they set up the solidifying goal? Klowa drops down, but Blitz and NiMBiiX on top of each other. You've got to be careful in moments like these. All you have to do is not concede a goal, but NiMBiiX puts it in front of the net, barely gets the save. X had the right idea to score there. As Post put that ball in a precarious position. They're able to cover their tracks. Blitz again. A demon. And the pinch across the field could set up for Blitz on that rebound goal. They may have just done it. The Eagles fly on. And in flight they soar to a monumental win over Marist Red. They've just got to convert a couple stops here. X downfield. Pass off the backboard. Shot has to go. It gets put down. That's the game. Post University in 4 over Marist Red. Blitz. Klowa. NiMBiiX. Playoffs within reach for a team that fought so hard for it, that never gave up, that never gave in. And congratulations to these three. Absolute class from the players. Awesome to watch. Thank you for witnessing it with me, by the way. And again, I'm not too certain on the tiebreakers for NECC. I don't know if that is a confirmed playoff berth, but the situation now is defeating Marist Red puts them at 3-3, which ties them for fourth place with 2 other teams. Okay, they're tied for 4th with Marist Red and Ithaca Blue, the 2 teams they beat. So if it's head to head, they got it. They got it. They got 4th place and they got playoffs. But either way, a match dutifully won by the team. And, you know, this was a team that was trending up all season. You know, they suffered their worst loss at the beginning. To me, Post University Orange exemplify what collegiate esports should be, which is digging in, learning as you go, and improving week in, week out. The 2 losses they got in weeks 2 and 3 were in game 7. Right? Really close losses. I guess kind of failed to secure that clutch factor. But when they were down 0-2 in game 4 and they needed to be clutch, well, that's exactly what we saw. 3 goals in a row and then put the cherry on top with a 4th goal. Made themselves look good. That's for sure. So congratulations, Blitz, Klowa, and NiMBiiX. Y'all put on a heck of a show here for the Post Esports stream. Thank you so much for doing so. My name's been PyroJ. It has been an absolute pleasure to broadcast this Rocket League match for you. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do some more for this team because they're dang fun to watch. Have a good night, everybody, and thanks for supporting the Post University Esports team. If you haven't already done so, please drop a follow on their socials. We already shout out the main channel, but do so on the B stream as well, so you don't miss more awesome Post Esports action. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Peace.